What's good, YouTube? It's your boy P Money. So I got some Blazers news for you all, man. And I had to start off with the blatant disrespect that ESPN put out when it comes to where they feel like the Blazers are going to be in this upcoming season after it's all said and done. And ESPN believes that the Blazers are only going to win 35 games and be ranked 10th, which is good for the final play-in spot in the Western Conference. And I just feel like that's a terrible assessment, you know what I'm saying? So I have two questions. Dame coming back healthy doesn't mean anything? You feel like Dame is only good for 8 more wins? The focus that the coaching staff and front office and also Dame have put in on the defensive effort, that won't result in at least a 500 record or a winning record? Because I feel like that. I'll say right now that I feel like the Blazers can win 46 games and potentially more if they really mesh very well, you know, as a unit. You know, the bench unit is one of the better ones in the league, you know. They're good on the offensive end and the defensive end, you know. There's not a huge drop off in production from the bench units to the starting unit. Of course there's going to be a drop off, but not like something so significant to where the starters aren't going to be able to rest much. They're going to have to play crazy minutes, you know. I feel like the Blazers have a good mesh of talent now for the starting five and the bench to where they can allow the starters to get a little bit more rest during these games, especially for these first 13 games that I'll talk about later on. Also, in other news, it has been reported that Nurk has found a very consistent three-point range on both volume and efficiency while he's been playing overseas with his home country. And I just feel like if Nurk can hit the three-pointer at a respectable clip, that's going to make this a very dangerous Blazers team, man. You know, because he's going to get a lot of wide open looks. And if he can cash those at a like 35% clip, and guys are going to have to not be able to leave him, and they're going to have more one-on-one matchups with like Dame or Ant or Jeremy Grant, that could make this team very dangerous, you know. Also in other news, I really appreciate Dame's new Formula Zero camp, because I like what he's trying to teach the youth, you know. High school and college kids. He's trying to teach them about the values of having a high character, having a good work ethic, being very coachable, being humble, having discipline, being unselfish, how you treat others, you know. Those are very huge things that I feel like a lot of the younger NBA players and even some of these college players and high school players, they don't really get taught that stuff. Though makes their time in the NBA very valuable, you know. So if they come in, they already got their head on straight, you know. They already understand, like, they gotta be in the film room, all that type of stuff, you know, because that stuff doesn't get taught, you know, a lot of times. So I gotta say general salute to Dame, Phil Beckner, and all the other coaches that were available for that. Also the players like Anthony Simons, Mikal Bridges, Chris Kaman, Evan Turner, that also helped, you know, along with Dame, you know. So general salute to all of those guys, because I feel like this type of camp is something that can really help the future generation of NBA players and those that don't maybe not even make it to the NBA, but they have, you know, that high character to where they're gonna be successful no matter where they stop and end up playing basketball, you know. This is what I really wanted to start talking about, and that is the Blazers' upcoming schedule. Now, the Blazers are gonna see right away where they are when it comes to the cream of the crop in the Western Conference, because a lot of the games that they're going to be playing against are against those that were representatives in last year's playoffs, you know. Now, they do open the season against the Sacramento Kings, and I know they'll be looking for some get back. in that season opener, because they ended up losing 124-121, where Harrison Barnes went crazy. I just feel like that's not going to happen this year. I feel like the Blazers are going to have guys like a Nasir Little, like a Josh Hart, like Jeremy Grant, type of player, Gary Payton II, that can hinder him from going off like that again, I just feel like the Blazers are definitely the better team than the Kings. So I feel like they'll definitely get a dub. And I don't feel like the Blazers are going to end up giving up 124 points in that game as well. I feel like their defense is going to be much better this season. And I feel like it's going to show right away, Even against these teams that they're going to be playing against, like the Phoenix Suns, they go right to them at home October 21st, I don't feel like the Suns are going to be able to just score at will like Blazers teams were allowing in the past. I feel like this is going to be much different. And then after that Suns game, they go right into a back-to-back home and away, or away and home tilt against the Lakers and the Nuggets. And that goes October 23rd and 24th. After that, they'll be at home again, but against the Miami Heat on the 26th, So right away, we're already seeing that they're going to have some tough matchups. And I would have it no other way for this Blazers team, After that, to end out October, the Blazers will get the Rockets at home. But right back at it in November. The Blazers will be at home against the Grizzlies. And then after that, right away, an away back-to-back against the Suns. So they're gonna see the Suns twice in a row in Phoenix, and then again they'll be at Miami, and then after that they'll be at the Charlotte Hornets, and then at the Pelicans, at the Mavs. So right away, right off the bat, the first 13 games, 8 of those games are away. They have 2 back-to-backs, and I'll say 10 of those teams are playoff teams, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Because I do feel like the Lakers will be able to get back into the playoffs this season. So I'm kind of including them as well. But right off the bat, you see it. They're playing playoff teams right away. And we're going to get a very good understanding of where this team is. Now, that doesn't mean that they're going to be like this for the rest of the season, but it's going to show and prove where they are currently. So I'm sure the Blazers are going to be amped up to be playing these types of caliber of teams right away, so they can showcase where they are, And I feel like all these projections that like ESPN and NBA.com and all of those that are kind of looking at the Blazers like, oh, they're not going to be able to beat good teams, basically, like you win 35 games, you're not going to be able to beat any of the good teams, really, So I just find that very interesting, because I just feel like this team, while they've not played together, I just feel like there's gonna be much more, cohesion as a team. Everybody's gonna understand their roles more, because Dame has bought in, so everyone else is gonna buy in. You know what I'm saying? So I'm definitely looking forward to these first 13 games, and it'll give us a very good understanding of where they're at right now, and potentially like what types of rotations that they're going to use and things of that nature, because I know there's a contingent of Blazers fans that are saying that they're going to go with 12-man rotation and all that stuff, and this will get sorted out, I'm sure, very quickly, playing these types of calibers of teams right away. But this is your boy P Money. Tell me what you guys think, and I'm off this.